Okay guys, so we're here for the last part, part 3 of our mini brag book album. So this one should be pretty quick and simple, but we'll see how that goes. So really easy step to going ahead and attaching your album to your cover. You just peel the adhesive off the back, stick it on in there. It's super simple. Again, you're going to want to make sure you're pretty centered between the two covers as well as the top and the bottom. But easy, and again, once I've stuck mine down, I go ahead and push down with my bone holder to make a really secure stick. So let me show you how I do the closure for my album. You'll notice on my preview album or my preview video that I showed you that I was using a magnetic closure, or maybe you couldn't tell from the video, but I am using, these are magnetic discs by Basic Gray. Love these, purchased these on Amazon. I have a Prime membership, so got here in 2 days, which was fantastic. I don't remember the price point. I want to say one of them was $9 and then one of them was $7, but I'm not exactly sure. I bought the larger ones for bigger mini albums, and then I bought the smaller ones. I've already taken this one out of the package. What you're going to need is one negative and one positive magnet so that they can stick together. So I'm using the smaller of the set. You're also going to need some ribbon, some basic pink ribbon that matches the cover, the album in general. I think I have a lighter one. I don't know if I want to use the lighter one. Ouch. You know what? I will use the lighter one. This is just basic ribbon. You can use any ribbon whatsoever. It doesn't have to be Grosgrain, which is what this is. This ribbon, honestly, came from the dollar store. I love the dollar store ribbon. They give you a ton of ribbon for, you guessed it, $1. So this, I actually saw this video on the Basic Gray YouTube channel, I believe. I'll put a link to it down below, so you can follow that, or you can follow this, whatever you want to do. So first thing we're going to do, let me see if this is going to be enough. Yes, it should be long enough. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is ribbon, and then you're going to need twine or string, whichever you have. I just happen to have twine on hand. I'm going to use Scrappy Mom's twine because I love it, and just need a medium-sized piece. Okay, you're going to need a really long piece of ribbon. I'll actually tell you how long mine is, and I think it's going to be too long, but I'd rather have more than not enough. So it looks like mine is 38 inches long. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, or the first thing that I like to do, I should say, is I like to burn my ribbon end so it doesn't fray. I believe you can use ribbon tack is what it's called, but I don't have any, and I have a lighter on hand, so that works. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it over to make a loop once, then I'm going to fold it over again, and this is going to be the start of our bow, which will be the closure. Okay, so once you've looped it once, looped it again, like you'll have here, you're going to take your string and make a knot around it. Doesn't matter what color string you use, I just happen to have pink string on hand, so that's what I grabbed, but it doesn't have to be a matching color, so to speak. You're going to pull tight, do a second knot to secure it. Okay, so you'll have something that looks like so. You want to cut off the back of the string. Okay. you're going to want to get another piece of the same color coordinating, or if you want to make it different you can, but I like to keep mine the same. And you're going to tie a knot around this. So again, you have this piece that has the bow at the end and really, really long. You need a separate piece of ribbon, and you're going to tie it around where you tied your string. Now, when I did my first album, I only did a single knot because I felt like if I double knotted it, it was going to become too bulky. So, oops. So this is what you will end up with, like so. So you have your bow, okay, and that string is covered up by that piece of ribbon we just tied. I'm going to go ahead and trim down my ends. I wish I knew where my sharper scissors were. To give me a nice, really clean cut. We're going to go ahead and burn the ends of this again, just because I don't want it to fray like it already is. Okay? Just a little bit. You don't have to hold it there for too long. I just like to do a couple light taps till you start seeing the ribbon melt. Okay? So here's your ribbon end. This is going to sit here. Okay? You can put it on the opposite side, but I like it right here. So what's going to happen is we're going to have to measure how long we need the ribbon. It's essentially going to wrap around like this, and it's going to close. So let's see. If I want my ribbon to go here, okay, I need a little bit for the inside, so we're going to cut it right about here. Again, I'm going to burn this end, even though it's going to be on the inside of my book, and cover it up. Okay. Okay. So, my ribbon is going to start here. Again, I'm using score tape. Push down on that so it sticks really well. I'm going to close my album, and I'm going to wrap this around like so. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my magnets. Now it doesn't matter if positive is on your bow or if negative is on the bow, as long as you have one positive and one negative. So I am going to just mark right on a pencil. And the last one I attached it right to the back of the knot, but I felt like it didn't have enough space to adhere, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to the inside bow flap. And that's just so that I know it has plenty of space to attach. And you should do this with your album in there already in case you need a little bit extra space. But you shouldn't need any more than what the cover already gives you. Okay, so I'm just going to do a light pencil mark here so I know where I need to put the magnet. Take the backing. These already have adhesive on the back, so I'm just going to take the backing off like so. And placing it right where the ribbon will overlap it and aligned with that mark I just made. Okay? Go ahead and erase that little mark. Okay. So let's go ahead and wrap this around. And here's my magnet right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the other magnet end, instead of on the center, on the flap of the bow. Right like so. Then, see that? Close this shut all on its own. I thought that was a really good idea, instead of just, you know, adhering the ribbon on the inside and then making a bow on the side. You know, if my mom's out and she sees somebody that she knows and she just wants to show, you know, the baby off real quick, she can just, you know, take this off. She doesn't even have to take it off all the way, as long as she just unadheres it, and then she can flip through the pages and show them. What I did with my mother-in-law's album, and which I will do with this one as well, is so that my mom doesn't have to worry about rewrapping the ribbon, I'm actually going to use, again, score tape, and I'm going to apply a little bit here in the front, and then I'm going to apply some on the back as well. I was worried that score tape would go ahead and show through the ribbon, so actually on the front I put it right under where I had the nameplate for my daughter, but you do not see it at all, so that made me less worried to put it down, even though I know nobody's really going to see the back of the book. It was just, you know, something I was thinking about. So I put one on either end. Doesn't have to go all the way, just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and lay the ribbon down straight on there and push down. And there you have it. So then when the recipient of your mini brag book gets it, they can just open it, the ribbon will stay intact, they can look through the album, and then just close it. Love, love the magnetic closures. Now, you might be thinking, well, what am I supposed to do with this ugly ribbon in here? You can actually put it under the page that you adhered here. I don't like to, because then it creates a big bulge. What I like to do is, and I actually don't have it open and out, this is the 12 by 12 collection pack, or collection kit I should say, excuse me. And what I like to do is, there's actually a tags page here. So, what I did on my last album, and what I'll do on this one as well, is I'll just take one of the tags. I really like this one. It says, "Sweetheart, adorable, darling, and beautiful." And I'll probably cut it down a little bit so it doesn't overhang, and I'll just attach it right here. And it makes a really nice, you know, intro to it. There's also cards that are blank, so I could stamp, or I could write in there, you know, my daughter's full name, Kyrie Alexis, put her date of birth, her weight, what time she was born. So it's really up to you, however you want to personalize it to whoever it is going to. So here is mini brag book. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial 1, 2, and 3 on how to put the full brag book together, and check back as I'll be shooting more videos in the near future.